do it. No matter if you have to invest 1,000 euros, 2,000, 5,000, you know you have to do it for yourself to feel better, but there's a reason why you're not doing it. There's a reason why you're not investing in your body. There's a reason why you're not investing in your gym. There's a reason why you're not doing anything for yourself. Of course, you don't respect yourself enough as you respect other people. That's why you give to other people more than you give yourself. Fair enough. How to heal without losing your fire. Now I'm talking to teenagers. Find a distraction. Because when you have to face trauma, but you cannot really go out of that toxic situation because, as I said, you're a teenager. You cannot pay your own bills. You have to finish your school. My suggestion is find a distraction that helps you go out from that issue. However, does not ruin you. What do I mean by that? For example, I did Red Cross for 4 or 5 years of my life when I was a teenager. I was doing a lot of volunteering. I was helping other people, and that kept me genuine. Instead of going and drinking and going to clubs, pubs, whatever, all right? Now, if someone from my past comes and is like, yeah, but Sara, you told us all of these stories. Let me tell you something. To feel like every teenager, I was lying a lot. I was saying I had few boyfriends, I had few experiences, while actually I never had any type of experience. Simply because it was the only way for me to kind of feel like everyone. But at the same time, I had the Moroccan culture behind me that was keeping me scared from doing any type of these things till a certain age. So I was doing this wrong. And I only admitted it to my best friend literally like last year, because it was weird. How can I say to someone I was lying about something like that? But as I said, it was the only thing that was kind of keeping me feeling like normal, like everyone, while honestly being different, especially in that age, should be something you should be proud of. But there was nothing I could and I felt I could be proud of because, everyone was telling me I was a failure, my family too. So I was like, let me act like everyone. Maybe at least the teenagers like me, they kind of feel proud of me because they're like, oh my God, you did all of that. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. All right. So find a right distraction. As I said, Red Cross, do some volunteering, open a business. If your family is in a good financial situation, open a business, whatever. And what I mean with a good financial situation is that they are in a normal financial situation. Try yourself, go to Shopify, do any type of thing that keeps your brain working. That's me. Sorry, hey, I was about to kill myself. Do whatever, that car is nice. Whatever makes you feel proud, whatever keeps your brain working. That's the main important thing. Your brain should keep working and not becoming numb. What I mean is that don't please anything at all. That's really important. Don't smoke anything, because smoking will just ruin your brain cells that cannot be developed anymore, because that's the only stage of your life where you will get developed. So at least, please, don't smoke. Try also to do not drink. I know it's difficult, but try your best to do not drink. Read books. This is something that really helped me. I'm really talking to the teenager now. Really helped me is reading books. You know how many times when I was in the class, whenever we had a break, most of the times, instead of staying with people, I was literally sitting in my desk and reading a book. If it was about fiction or self-improvement, no-verbal communication, I was anyway reading a book, to the extent that the teachers were coming to me and be like, yeah, but this is time for the break. You should be with your friends. Guys, already when I was 14, 15, and I saw all the girls are friends talking about nails, talking about men and everything, but then they would talk bad about each other on each other's back. That made me already decide to stay away from that type of people. So, my dear, you're going too slow. What's wrong with you? So, for me, authenticity, it was extremely important, but what I noticed that it's extremely hard to find. It's extremely hard to find. So instead of staying there, trying different people, in order to seek this authenticity, I was trying to keep my brain sane. And I understand when you're living trauma, the last thing that you feel you can do is literally keeping your brain working. That's why then you start smoking, you start drinking, and this is gonna ruin your life. If you do it in a very early stage, it's gonna ruin your life. I know it's hard to do not do so, because let me be honest, I was not smoking, and at a certain point I even tried, because I was like, hey, how everyone is literally doing this and everyone is cheering them up and they're feeling like big boss. Let me try it. Guys, I was like, how can you be addicted to this? I don't understand how can you get addicted. I know there's a scientific way, but my brain is so strong, and I'll be honest with you, my brain is so strong that I don't believe in addiction. I literally don't believe in addiction. I'm just like, you call it addiction, but you're just too weak. Because if you loved yourself enough, you would not let that thing ruin you while you know that it's ruining you. Because if I tell you, you stop smoking, or your child, your mother, whatever, you're gonna stop. There's no thing that makes you so addictive that you will let go on purpose people that you love. So is it really addiction, or is the fact that you are at that point too weak? But I'm not talking to people that might be addicted to really strong drugs, because I didn't really try that. So I'm just like, hey, but I really think that it changes your personality, that's of course, but being addicted does not mean that you don't have control over yourself, that you cannot take decisions. It just means that you're too weak to take decisions. So in this case, stay away from drugs, stay away from smoke, stay away from alcohol, stay away from fake friends. Because distraction does not mean going out with fake people, because these type of things are not recharging your brain. They're just making you even more stupid and worthless and seeking validation. If you stay by yourself, read nice books, work on your self-improvement, because once I started working and I started putting money on the side, I started investing in myself. I started doing some self-improvement type of courses all over Italy. All right? So my mother, she did not understand it. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to Genova for 1 week. While I was going to Genova, even though I was having fever, simply because I was doing these courses that would take out your trauma, that would improve your personality, your person, would make it clear the type of goal that you're willing to reach in your life. So this thing also was helping me a lot. Guys, invest in yourself, invest in peace. Something else that helped me a lot, literally drawing on the walls in my room. I don't know if your mother is gonna allow you so, but no one cares if someone allows you, because everyone was telling me, yeah, now the walls are ruined forever, because I was using literally the black color that you cannot take off easily. And I think even though they tried to color it, you still see my paintings. I was literally painting the walls of my room because I was literally stuck in my room. I was not going out the whole house simply because a few things were wrong. So for years, I literally was kind of only in my room. Otherwise, I would go to the bathroom, and I was literally drawing in the wall. As much as I wanted to go out from that trauma, that toxic life, I literally draw a human size wings, like, you know, Lucifer wings, that type, like of an angel. simply because I would have just wanted to put them in my bag and run out from the window that we were in the like 4th floor. That's, if you look from inside, it seems like the 6th floor, 8th floor, and just run away. These wings, I used them actually later on when I had the opportunity to leave the household. But in that time, I just drew them because I needed to feel like I had the capability to live that toxic life. So there's so many things, guys, that you can do. There's the painting on numbers. This also helped me when I left relationships. So whenever I was leaving a relationship, I was buying these paintings that you could, the ones with numbers. Maybe I can put it for you here in the inbox, some link from Amazon, because it was helping me feel better, because it was stopping my brain from thinking negative things. So painting, reading books, working on yourself, going to the gym. Guys, you know which muscles did I have when I was a teenager? I was not aware of that. I literally was not aware of that. I was just in my room, literally training like a military. And I had such a muscles in my bicep. I always had a good back structure simply because of these trainings I was doing when I was younger. So train. If you cannot go to the gym, no excuses. I have videos of me, because I always like to do videos, training in the living room. I have videos of me training in the park. I was going out on a daily basis just to walk, run, and train. And you're thinking, why you're doing all of these in your 16, 17, 15 years? Because you're young, you should think just to hang up with your friends. Because you're around toxicity. And I knew what I was meant for. I knew the fire, the goals that I had in my life are lady back then. So I was like, I have two choices. I forget everything what I'm meant for. I forget everything what I would like to do in my life. And I just accept life as it is, and I act like everyone, seeking validation, going out with friends, going to clubs, getting to know several men, having this lifestyle. Or I try my best to keep my brain active. And let me tell you something. You have also to accept that if you're watching this video and you're resonating with what I'm saying, you have to accept that you're different. Don't come to me and tell me, yeah, but Sara, this is something that everyone says. No, baby girl, you're different. You're literally different. Because let me tell you honestly, it's really hard, even for people that are 30 years old, to be this aware of the surroundings, aware of what you're doing, aware of what you want. It's really hard. Literally, people of 30 years old might come to me and tell me, Sara, I don't know how to come out from this situation. I'm just like, what you mean? Literally, what do you mean? Because not everyone has the gift from God to be aware of the surroundings, to have a goal literally stick in your mind since you're 10, 11, 12 years old is extremely hard. So please, don't say I am weird. Don't say people don't accept me. Don't say I'm hard to be accepted, because this is what I thought every time. But the reality is, I am glad that I'm not easy to be accepted from people that, sorry if I say that, but have lower life energy and lower dreams than me. Why would I want to be loved from that type of people? They're gonna be there in my haters, and that's fine. So why would you think that you are wrong while you could just think, I am different and I am blessed? If you are already aware of your surroundings and you're already aware of what you would like to do in your life, you're going through toxicity, but you still want to go out in a clean way, baby girl, you're literally aware of everything. And let's be honest. The fact that you're different is a blessing. Now, I spoke to the teenagers. Now let me talk to adults. You want to heal, keep in your fire, stay alone. Because it's going to be really hard to find people that will really support you to keep your fire. Because let me tell you, miserable people like to be surrounded from other miserable people. And if you're not miserable, they will want in all the ways to keep you in their level. I want to lose weight, they're gonna tell you, but you're beautiful the way you are. And now I'm looking at the pictures of me before and I'm like, ew. What you mean? I mean, I was blind. All right, we can say I didn't have mirror, but you were seeing me every day. How dare you tell me don't lose weight? You want to dye your hair in a certain type of way. You want to do a breast reduction, thumb reduction, BBL, whatever, nose job, whatever. And people come to you and like, no, I really think that you look good the way you are. If I don't like myself the way that I am, who are you to come to me and tell me these things? Now, I'm giving you these kind of superficial examples to make you understand. Be alone. If you see that you have to heal from trauma, don't let, in that specific time, because life is long, you have all the time to connect, to network, to chill with friends, to make new friends. But don't go grocery when you're hungry. Don't. Because you're not gonna connect with people that really want you the best. You're gonna connect with people that are really low value. Because you don't have tolerance in waiting, and because you don't have self-love and self-respect, because you still have to heal. So please, be by yourself. That's the best way to protect your dreams, to protect your fire. And on top of that, invest as much as possible. This is something that I said yesterday to my friend, because he has money, he has everything what he needs. However, he's depressed. We spoke several times about the reasons why he's depressed. I gave him advices several times. And every time he's like, yeah, but I cannot do this because it's not the right time, Sara. You don't understand, it's not the right time. And I'm like, all right, what about that? No, I cannot do that because, thank you. Because it's not the right time to do this and that. It's not the right time to do this and that. And I'm like, all right, what about this other thing? So it was like a no ends complaining from his side. From my side, it was literally like trying to help him, but he was not listening to me. He didn't want to listen to me. So you know what I told him yesterday? I told him, let me tell you something, you miserable ass. I literally called him like this. Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna tell you now. I'm not gonna validate your feelings. I'm gonna literally tell you what you need to hear. You're gonna stop complaining. You're gonna think about one thing that you have to do for yourself. Not for mommy, not for daddy, not for son, not for family, for yourself. One only thing. And let me look at you in your eyes when I say this. You're gonna literally do it. No matter if you have to invest 1,000 euro, 2,000, 5,000, you know you have to do it for yourself to feel better, but there's a reason why you're not doing it. There's a reason why you're not investing in your body. There's a reason why you're not investing in your gym. There's a reason why you're not doing anything for yourself. Of course, you don't respect yourself enough as you respect other people. That's why you give to other people more than you give yourself. Fair enough. But there's one thing you need to do, and you know it, but you're not willing to put in the effort because of XYZ reason. I don't want to hear the reasons. I don't want to hear anything. Right now, you go to your room and you pay for that course. You pay for that mentorship. You pay for that gym membership. You pay for that, for him, he wants to become a football trainer course. I don't really care. You're gonna go and invest in it. You don't have money, but you want to go to the gym, you're gonna train in your room. If I did it in a broken household where I was stuck in a room of 4 square meters, you're gonna do it. You're not gonna sit there and be just complaining, because I'm not the type of person that is gonna validate you. I'm sorry, I was not meant to be a psychologist. I was meant to help people simply because no one helped me, so I had to learn it the hard way. So this is literally a message to any adult. There's one thing you always wanted to do, but for XYZ reason you're not doing. I don't care if you tell me, maybe tomorrow I will think about... No, not tomorrow, not in half an hour. Now, you close this video because I'm also late for work because of you. You close this video, you go, you pay for that thing if it has to be an investment, and you start. You literally start. Because that's the only thing that always, as an adult, helped me. When I understood that I had to go to Dubai, but I had €0 in my bank account, I managed within 2.5 months, within 75 days, to put on the side €10,000. When I had to go to Germany, when I had to keep myself in Germany, I managed. When I had the last €200 here in Dubai, and I was fired from my job, and I might have had to leave the country and go in Switzerland, go somewhere else and start from scratch again, I managed keep myself within 2 months, get the driver license, buy my own car, get my dream small apartment, get my cat a nice lifestyle, get myself a nice lifestyle. I managed to do all of this. So why do you think that I can do it while I'm no one, but you cannot? What do you think I have better than you? Believe me, nothing. The only thing that I literally have better than you is the fact that I learned that actually discipline brings you somewhere. Discipline brings you happiness. Discipline brings you purpose in life. That's the only way for you to keep your fire, even in your healing journey. Please, now I'm talking again to the adults, small recap, be alone and work towards things that you know you have to do, but you are delaying. That's for you. Love you. Thank you really much. See you next time.